Hey guys, how you doing? Frankie Pozos here. You're probably asking yourself, why am I wearing a crow on my head? Well, I'll tell you. You probably already know because you know what the title of this video is. I'm going to do a review of Neca's new Lone Ranger action figures. Boom! And that's why I'm wearing this crow on my head, you know, because Johnny Depp is Tonto with the crow on his head, you know? Alright, let's get down to it. My hair's kind of messed up. Alright, so Neca released Tonto and the Lone Ranger from the movie Lone Ranger. They made action figures for it. They came in some nifty boxes. I opened the toys already. I'm sorry for you guys who don't want to know what the toys look like in the box. I'm sorry, I failed you. But here's the box for Tonto. And see the box is like this, and then flip. There's him right there like that. And then for the Lone Ranger, like that, and then like that. Pretty cool. Now let's talk about the toys. Who do you want to see first? Let's see Johnny Depp because he's top billed, and so you don't want to know about Army Hammer as the Lone Ranger. Let's see Tonto. Here's Johnny Depp as Tonto. Hello, how you doing? He's an awesome. I gotta really say, these action figures are so awesome. Like, NECA got their stuff together so well. I can't believe it. He came with a tomahawk, as you see right here. Chop, chop. You can do the tomahawk chop, which is, you know, insensitive to Native Americans, so you shouldn't do that. But there you go. It comes with that. It comes with a little dagger. And you put it right in this little sheath for the dagger. His face is pretty cool. I mean, the issue sometimes with NECA figures is the paint apps. So you really, I mean, if you buy it online, you might have an issue where an eye might be looking weirdly that way, or the face might have some issues. But overall, I mean, if you just find them at a store, they're not that hard to get. And if you go to a collector place or something, you'll find them. Anyway, his face is so cool. I just love that face of, oh, I'm so angry at you. I don't like you. The head moves. You know, these are the points of articulation: elbow, hand, wrist. The hips, his freaking knees, dude. Like, NECA is getting their shit together. These are like action figures now. They're action figures. I'm just so excited. It's just like you can play with them instead of just, alright, now I got a statue. A toy statue. An action figure toy statue. No. This bad boy can freaking go to my, what other toys we got here? He can go fight them. That's what I'm trying to say. Tonto can go have adventures instead of being a statue. You know what I mean? With limited articulation. Know what I mean? So, there you go. Tonto. So badass. Now, we have the Lone Ranger. Played by Army Hammer in the film. He comes with two pistols, one and a two. Two holsters right there to put those bad boys, but the only issue is there if you take those guns out, his fingers have a weird pointing issue. So he's just pointing at you. So it's just wise to just keep the guns in there, because it'll just be awkward. I mean, he's not the lone pointer, if you know what I'm saying. Lone pointer. I laugh at my own jokes. Anyway, so here's the toy. Comes like that. There's this, you know, a Texas Ranger badge. Doesn't say Texas Ranger on it, which, I mean, come on. Points of articulation, knees bend, you know, boots bend right here. I mean, you don't go that hardcore, just little bit, but knees bend. I'm just so excited about that. Does he have some hip? Some hip below his vest that he wears there. That's overall awesome. Look, it's just light years ahead of, like, most of these action figures. Does the hat come off? Yes, you sure do. Would you take it off all the time? No, because he's not the Lone Ranger without a hat. Come on, you put that hat back on. Oh, there you go. There's the Lone Ranger. Badass. So cool, so cool. But these figures are so light years ahead of, where is it? Look, see, like, the Jonah Hex action figures, which, I mean, some people are like, why do you have Jonah Hex action figures? And it's like, well, because I like Jonah. I mean, I just like Josh Brolin. To be perfectly honest, Josh Brolin's awesome. But, I mean, his point of articulation, it's just weird. His knees don't move. It's just, he's a statue, and his arms just move out like that. See? How are you doing? But this guy moves around. He does a lot of cool stuff. It's just so awesome. I don't know. Maybe I'm too excited. But now you're like, Frank, why did you buy these action figures? The Lone Ranger? Really? Well, I bought them because I saw the film recently. I went to an advanced screening of The Lone Ranger. This is a surprise. And I didn't put this in the video. Like, it's a surprise for you. So I'll tell you what the movie is. Sorry, I'm all tongue-tied now. The movie, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Would I say A plus? No. I would say like a B plus, B plus, B plus. Yeah, maybe A minus. Overall, I mean, if you like Gore Verbinski's stuff, you know what I mean? Like crazy action and knows what to do, but also loves crazy comedy in a weird way there. You know, like Rango. This really has the vibe of Rango. Even though that's the film he just did and it was animated, this ain't animated, but it just had that vibe of like comedic, but also like horrific, if you know what I'm saying. If you saw Rango, you would understand. Johnny Depp is awesome. If you have any issues about like Johnny Depp, like, oh, he's going to take it over and be a crazy, wacky actor. I mean, yes, he's crazy, wacky, but he knows his limitations, and I mean, he knows what he shouldn't and shouldn't do. Tonto is very reserved. I mean, he's wacky, but also reserved, and so it's really there. And also, he's not like, it's not insensitive to Native Americans. I'm not Native American, so maybe it is insensitive to Native Americans, but it's light years ahead of, like, I mean, I understand the culture, and I want to know more about the culture after seeing this film in a weird way. You know what I mean? That's what I like about it, and that's why I feel it's not insensitive. It's not making me hate the Indians. It makes me feel like, oh, I feel guilty, and I feel I should know more about their culture. You know what I'm saying? And is Armie Hammer awesome as the Lone Ranger? Yes, and I feel like, yeah, he's an awesome hero, and I believe as an actor he's going to take over. Like, he's going to do a lot of stuff. I'm a huge fan since what was it, Social Network and some other stuff he's done. He's really good in it as a guy who goes through the trajectory of becoming the hero of the Lone Ranger who he is, and I like it. I mean, it's the deal is, I mean, people are issues like it's not Tonto and the Lone Ranger, it's Lone Ranger and Tonto, and it's like, yeah, but I like the idea that it's how it is. Johnny Depp's character tells the story, and he's the narrator, and so it's the story of how the Lone Ranger becomes him, he becomes his best friend and all that stuff, and it's just, I liked it a lot. Some places dragged a bit in the film. Like, if you see the film, you'll see there's some parts where it's like, all right, I know, I got it. We don't need to. Oh, okay, they're showing more. Okay, I mean, parts like that. But overall, I liked it, and it was fun. So, would you recommend checking it out? Yeah, I would. I mean, if you get upset after seeing it, I'm sorry, but I mean, it's the train, there's a whole scene from the William Tell. They play the William Tell Overture in the film, and if you don't know the William Tell Overture, it's the song, you know, I was over away, you know, Lone Ranger's theme song, you know, which, you know, the William Tell Overture existed before the Lone Ranger. Hopefully you know that. But there's a huge action scene that just is that song, and somehow, like, I thought that song is totally, you know, jokingly used now. It's not. I didn't think it could be used as a cool, awesome action scene, and it was. And the music by Hans Zimmer and company, because a lot of other people helped, I guess, because Hans Zimmer likes to do that. It was really well done, so I liked it a lot. So the score, acting, directing, the action scenes are just crazy. The bad guys in it, yeah, William Fichtner, can't say his name properly. He's gonna play Shredder. I just heard about that, but he's a good bad guy with his little. He has his messed up kind of Jonah Hex face. Jonah Hex. I brought up Jonah Hex again. I should probably stop that. But was it cool? Yeah, he was a cool bad guy. And then there's another mystery bad guy, but I'm not gonna ruin that for you. So. Check out The Lone Ranger. It's a fun summer film, and you'd have a good time. Come on, check it out, right? So, I will say goodbye to you and put my hat on. Feed it some peanuts. If you've seen the film, you know what that means. So, goodbye, and have a good day. And, yeah, just be cool out there. Happy birthday. Did I just say happy birthday?